Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ready Player Pete show. Today, I am going to reviewing. I'm going to giving a review of Call of Duty: Advanced Warfare. This game was released in the year 2014. And it is follow up to a previous Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 3, and I love this. I love this game because the campaign mostly. The exosuits are just awesome. They're very awesome. The exosuits are very, very awesome, and the ability. The ability to using like grappling hooks and special jumping qualities, and even cloaking to make yourself invisible sets this game apart from all other Call of Duty games. The various gun and weapon designs are very unique to this title. First, I'm going to run down on exosuits on their abilities. First up, the exosuits. There are many kinds of exos, and there are many kinds of exos, and there are many amazing abilities. There are such as Assault, Specialist, and Goliath. Within each of these types of suits, the suits are subtypes so there are subtypes. For example, the assault type has special abilities like boost jumps, sonics, and land assist. While the specialist type has the abilities of a riot shield, overdrive, and stim. And let's break these abilities down. During the campaign, we can see these abilities on the lower left hand side of the screen, and the abilities are mapping out on your D-pad, and then these abilities only have a limited amount of battery, so use them wisely, because whatever abilities you use because the battery will drain out really instantly. And the stim ability heals you when you are wounded, because that ability will heal you up when you're wounded, when you're in the fight. The riot shield ability is deploys a riot shield that can protect you from enemy fire, because as well as being able to use it offensively, executing a shield bash to knock enemies back, because it's a really good shield. So you can when you take it too much hit when the enemies are in groups, when they're trying to take you down. And for overdrive ability, the overdrive slows down time around you, and then and allows you to more easily take out enemies. And as for assault type abilities, The boost jump allows you to perform a powerful jump into to the air to reach higher surfaces. Because whatever appears too high with your normal jump, you just press the jump button to make an extra jump. And the Sonic's ability is it will disorientates the enemies, and around emitting a strong sound wave, because the enemies cannot stand the noise when they're holding to their ears when you're getting close to them. The land assist ability helps you land gently on the ground after a large fall, because you have to sorry, it will help you land gently, because if your mission wants you to keep going, you have to slowly gently down if you have to head down, if that's the way you're going to be going. My favorite my favorite suit of all is the AST Goliath suit. This is a large iron suit, and a large iron suit armed with chain gun, with a chain gun, and micro rockets and swarm missiles. Because this suit makes a very fun play experience because of the chaos the weapons cost. It's a really fun suit. It's really good, because I really like it very much, the Goliath, because it's my favorite suit, because I like the chain gun, the rockets, the swarm missiles. It's really good. So the next that I'm gonna say is we're gonna talking about is the mag gloves attachment of the suit allow you to climb any metal surfaces, because these mag gloves, they climb the most surfaces, but be careful while you're climbing on the wall, because they don't work on the windows of the buildings, because you have to go around the windows when you're climbing up the wall of a building, because you have to go around it, because you have to reach the rooftop. And besides the exosuits, the game besides the exosuits, the in-game weapons have gotten a futuristic upgrade, because it has futuristic upgrades as well. While most of the guns rounds have remained the same. They remain the same rounds, because they are the future guns, but they're just regular bullet rounds, because they're really regular. Because there are weapons like the EM1 Quantum that is a laser fire lasers as well, because it's a gun that is it's not even a bullet. It's not even a bullet gun, but it's probably a laser gun. It is probably you can fire. But I like that gun, but it's because that gun is really good. I really like it. It's very my favorite. For explosives, the grenades gotten an upgrade to cycle grenades. These grenades have cycles. These sophisticated explosives allow you to change allow you to change what you want the grenade to press of a button. So let me show you up with some. Let me show you up some of the grenades. With the smart grenade, with this grenade, allows you to when you throw the smart grenade, the smart grenade will hover, but your aim, you have to guide its target. You have to guide its target to the enemy, and then when you switch it to to the grenade to impact. The impact grenade explodes on impact when you toss it. When it hits the ground, in the impact, boom, the enemies will definitely explode it. And when you switch it to the frag grenade, it's just a regular explosive grenade. It has the same basically. It's basically like the regular grenade. You just toss it and then it explodes. Just a regular grenade. And as for other grenades, such as the threat grenade, when you toss a threat grenade and when you toss it on the ground, it reveals where enemies are. It reveals where the nearby enemies are taking cover, because the enemies will not hide. Because if you toss a threat grenade, because if they take behind cover, you'll know where they're taking behind cover, because they will be right there. Now, and when you switch to flash grenades still makes flash and blinds enemies. It blinds enemies for a short. Blinds enemies for a short period of time because they get blinded. Because just like the other franchise of Call of Duty, of other flash grenades, and any other franchise. And as for the EMP, switch it to EMP. Switch the grenade to EMP. The EMP grenade it will disable enemy tech. It's because it's an electromagnetic pulse grenade. It will knock out enemy tech, and also blast radius, and also includes the enemy drones, and even the powerful Goliath suit, because they're all technology. So those are really good, very advanced grenades. I'll tell you that. I like those grenades. They're really good. I really like them. And now the main heroes of the story are Mitchell, Gideon, Alona, and Cormac. And the villain of this game is known as Jonathan Irons. Jonathan Irons wants to solve the world's problems, and with his company Atlas Corporation, following the death of his son, and during the military operation against the KVA, and a powerful terrorist organization, Irons determined to find the leader. The name of the KVA leader named Hades, and the KVA down and along the way, Irons loses his humanity and will destroy anyone in his way of taking down the KVA. The heroes of our story are hired by Irons to fight against the KVA until a powerful truth is revealed, because Alona finds a recording known as by Hades, because Hades said that somebody who knows Irons, that when he says he knows Irons, and when he says knows Irons, and Alona is asking, what does Irons know? And that proves Irons has been profiting from the KVA terrorist attacks. And this is where things go south. As Irons turns on Mitchell and Alona, while Gideon seemingly takes Irons' side, but he's not. But once he sees what Irons know about the attacks, but Gideon is not really fully with Irons, but he's just playing along with Irons for now on the story. But he just wants to play along, and he wants to find out more what Irons is evil planning. But however, Gideon is acting However, Gideon is acting a double agent to find out what else Irons is planning. But in the Arctic mission, Gideon reveals to Mitchell, Alona, and Cormac that Irons are planning to spread incredibly unstable chemical across the United States in order to kill millions of innocent people, and make his company a military superpower of the United States, known as the chemical weapon known as Manticore. Because in the end, Irons hacks Mitchell and Gideon's exosuits to make sure they can't escape from a crumbling building they are in. But Mitchell is able to release his suit to break free because Irons hacked their suits, and while Gideon's suit is malfunctions and traps him because Mitchell's trying to hack Gideon's suit, but the system on his exosuit is a system failure. But he got him trapped in the building when he's stuck in his exosuit. But Mitchell's the only hope there to stop Irons before he escaped. So Mitchell makes his reluctant escape, and heads to stop Irons once and for all. And besides the campaign, I'm very much other two modes, two game modes like exo survival and exo zombies. Exo survival, you have to survive the endless wave of enemies using your suit, and whatever weapons you have. At the start, you're able to choose the light. You have to choose from the light exo, the heavy exo, and specialist exo. But those are your choices. You want to choose light, heavy, or specialist exo. Those are your choices if you want to. When you're about to be ready to start survival, to go against wave after wave of soldiers of Atlas. During the game, you can change your exo type and even upgrade your guns, because if you want to make your gun more strong to take down the other groups of enemies in survival, because exo suit type and even even upgrade your guns and refill your ammo. If you're running out of ammo, that's not a problem. There's a bunch of crates around in survival that you can refill your ammo, because there's only one crate. And when you at the end of each wave, you will end up with a point you earned. The point you earned, and then watch out for the airdrops, because the airdrops as they drop. They drop you much needed perks like more your suits, and as well the waves move on, they also get harder. So you have to be ready for that, because the waves are getting harder and more soldiers that get tough, and because they get like difficulties. I know. Difficulties are very like harder or normal difficulty. They're really tough, but gotta try. And as for exo zombies, I like it. I like exo zombies because I always like to play around with zombies, because as exo zombies, this is a fun twist. Exo Zombies is a fun twist because on the classic zombies game type, we have come to know and expect from Call of Duty games. The first map is called Outbreak, because it takes place in the Atlas Corporation compound filled with zombies, because one of the zombies break out of the lab, and then it starts chaos. And for the second map is called we know is Infection. It continues on the story. It takes place in rural America, and where the infection has spread to, because in this map we have to find out that one of the main characters are actually the source of the infection, because one of the characters are like Lilith, Khan, Decker, and also Oz. Because one of these characters, they probably source of the infection, and turns into a boss in the next stage. And the third map is called Carrier, because you are tasked with killing the zombies on the carrier, because it's like a big Atlas carrier. And this is trying to get to the final zombie boss, and in the map because you really not know who's going to be up to source. And now in the final map called The Descent, the hunt for Oz. The hunt for Oz is the boss leads to the climatic showdown in the Atlas Underwater City. Because just like in the zombies in the past, there are many perks such as Exomedic. You see, Exomedic is similar. Exomedic is like similar, like quick revive. Like when you're down, and then when you're boxed in or by zombies, then you'll get yourself back up. And also you can rebuild your team when you're in when you're co-op with other players. You can revive them faster. And as for Exo Reload, that perk is like in the other perks, like Speed Cola, like in the other Call of Duty franchise, it's like you make it reload faster. And as for Exo Health, it's how many it's a perk like how many damage, give you less damage, how many hits you have, and then you won't take a lot. And as for Exo Stockpile, whenever when you have a gun with regular rounds, when you picked up. And when you pick up Exo Stockpile, and after you take out a zombie, when you see the power up of the power up, it says max ammo. Then look at your weapon count, that you're fully that you have more reload counts, because with Exo Stockpile you have more reload counts. Because and as for Exo Slam, that perk is amazing. That Exo Slam is you jump in the air with your exosuit and press the circle button, and then make a huge slam, boom, and make a huge slam on the zombies, and then you'll make a good land and but you make sure you make a good slam, but it takes out some of the zombies. It takes some, but you could keep doing that. It's very useful. And finally, Exo Soldier. Exo Soldier is a perk that well, you can if you don't have Exo Soldier, every time when you run with your gun like this. But when you get Exo Soldier perk, when you Soldier perk, you run with your gun like this, holding your gun straight when you sprint. You don't see you running with the gun like this. You hold it straight like this when you sprint. So the fun part of this game is not being able to use your exosuit, but special zombies like those in exosuits, because those are the abilities to shut down your suit, because those zombies are like they spread like explosive toxics and they teleport, and the other teleport zombies and the other suits. And also they have spikes on their shoulders, and also they have and also you have to go, and whatever the next round you're in, they're releasing contamination zombies, but you have to, and when you got hit by one, you have to get to one of the decontamination pad, and then you have a limited amount of decontamination, but you have to survive whatever you can. But if you don't make it, if you're too far to decontamination pad, when the more zombies hit you, when you see the counter on the character's face on the left bottom corner of the screen, when the timer goes down that slow, that means you can make it to the decontamination. Or if the zombies hit you too fast, then the numbers go down fast, and then you're down. You're fully down already. And last but not least, the electric zombies, they will shut down your exosuit, because you have to run away from the electric zombies and wait for your exosuit to reboot. So you have to take them down, and also the dogs too. One of them are the same. So anyway, I very much enjoyed this game, and I would recommend I recommend it to any fan such as you, all of you around the world, and of the Call of Duty franchise, because I always a Call of Duty fan as well, because I love Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is always my game. That's about it for this, and on the Ready Player Pete show, and get ready for next time. And we'll see you all next time on the Ready Player Pete show. Where I will be reviewing the next Call of Duty that you'll be ready to. You can be ready to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast off to space to war in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And see you, like and subscribe, and your comments down below. And have a good day.